What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. This vlog is questioning: is college really worth it? Uh, I was watching Real Time with Bill Maher yesterday, and they was talking about the growing gap between the classes and things that's happening with it. And one of the things they were talking about was the cost of education. And Bill Maher was saying that since the '80s, college tuition has grown by 600% since the '80s. I believe it's the '80s. Um, and me and my aunt were talking about this, and and I went to college. I graduated, all that stuff. Yeah, 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 whatever. But when I went to college, my family looked at me like I was crazy because I told them graduating wasn't necessarily my goal. It was graduating without a, a gang of student loan debt. So I didn't. So I took the hard road basically, you know. But when I graduated, I owed maybe about not even $3,000 in student loans. I just worked my way through. It is what it is. But a lot of people not doing that and can't afford to because of the cost of a lot of these colleges now. Now, but mind you, I was homeless part of that time. So, like I said, I took the hard road. Um, but the question is this: it's like, is it really worth it? Because at the end of the day, if you don't go to college and you don't get higher education, you put yourself in a bracket to just be poor for the rest of your life. If you're not really that good, business sense, or you don't have any other way to make it. You know what I'm saying? Because only so many talented people in the world is going to be able to catch a break. But if you do go to college, is the cost that you graduate with really worth it with the job that you wind up getting? You could have anywhere from 40. I've heard people who had $250,000 in student loans by the time they graduated. So it's like, what job are you really going to get that's really going to help you with that? And with this economy, which I don't think it's that bad, but that's just me talking. But older people are not hiring. These companies are not hiring like they used to. I'll say that. Which goes into my next point. I think that the older generations are really wrong for this because, like they would talk about Mitt Romney making education higher in Massachusetts when he was a governor, but when he went, his father paid for college, and it was cheaper. So, in essence, older people are basically throwing the younger generation under the bus financially because they become business owners and CEOs and they can profit off of it. So the same education that somebody got in 1964, 74, 84, once they got a career and made something of themselves, they shut that door so you couldn't do that without going through them and working yourself to death. I did a blog a while back called "Debt is the New Slavery," and that's how I still feel like that because, okay, so what if you owe $40,000 in student loans and you get out of school, you're 21, 22, and now you can't find a job because you ain't got enough experience, and you work in some crappy job that makes 26, 27,000, maybe 30. A job is a job. If you're willing to work it. I'm not downplaying none of that stuff because I tell y'all, when I was in college, I worked at Papa John's, I worked at Walmart, I worked at AMC movie theater, um, worked worked for an insurance company, worked as an intern for Universal. That's what I really wanted to do, but when I wound up being homeless, I couldn't. I had to take care of myself instead of do the things that I was really passionate about, which sucks. But that's a whole nother blog. But at the end of the day, it's like, what what are you gonna what is this gonna pay when the interest starts piling up? Because you only get 6 months. So if it's 40, 6 months later, you ain't gonna pay 40 back in 6 months. If it's higher than that, Lord, you know what I'm saying? So I think education is still worth it, but you have to have a plan by the time you out to make sure you can be above water. Because so many people, like they say, 85% of graduates move back home with their parents. That's staggering. That's crazy. Just real crazy, you know? And I think if school didn't cost so damn much, this wouldn't be a problem. But they just trying to, make money off of a degree, which wasn't happening when they were younger. So I don't like them for that. They down bad for that. If I catch you slipping, bust your head. Yeah, I said it.